Hi, I'm Nick and I like comics.
Hello, I'm Adam and I know comics.
Welcome to another episode of Imperius Arcs, where we cover story arcs and other comic-related tidbits to better inform and nerdify the world.
Today we're talking about Marvel's Secret Wars.
But we said we were done with that.
Today we are talking about Marvel's Secret Wars that came out in 2015.
Oh, thank the Lord.
So Marvel's Secret Wars is the culmination of years of planning on the part of writer Jonathan Hickman and the Marvel editorial staff. Everything he has written from Fantastic Four issue 570 onward through his run on Avengers and New Avengers has led us up to the Secret Wars. This tale is truly epic.
And because of that, we don't want to try and boil it down and do a summary like we so often do with our other stories. Instead, we will try to give some insight into what is going on by analyzing a few interesting things about it.
We're going to spoil details of this crossover event, so if you haven't read it, you've been warned.
Bum bum bum.
So our plan is to split up our explanation/analysis across a few videos. In each video, we will focus on one or two interesting details about Secret Wars.
So, let's talk about Battleworld. Battleworld, much like the original Secret Wars, is a planet made up of pieces of the multiverse that are all smushed together.
This multiverse is made up of infinite Earths. When two random multiversal Earths collided, this caused an incursion, which resulted in the detonation of both universes. Dr.Doom, using his newly found omnipotent power from defeating the Beyonders, took pieces of the multiverse and created this Battleworld, of which he is now God. He prefers to call it Latverian.
But Battleworld sounds so much cooler.
So Battleworld is governed through three aspects. First, Doom is God. Second, his right hand, religion, is law. Third, his left hand, foundation, handles discovery and science.
Battleworld is divided by factions or kingdoms, each ruled by a different key figure from an aspect of the multiverse. For example, a kingdom full of Hulks is ruled by Maestro, an alternative future version of Bruce Banner. Apocalypse from Age of Apocalypse rules another. You get the idea. The borders are clearly defined and travel between is forbidden.
Essentially, if everyone follows the rules, the barons or baronesses of each kingdom rule their own land. But occasionally, kingdoms fight and argue with one another, so their disputes are settled in court led by Doctor Strange as the prosecutor and judge, and then witnessed by Doom.
When Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, was deemed too rebellious, Doom wanted to be rid of him, but Susan Storm requested that he be sentenced into the sky as the sun instead. Johnny, i.e. the sun, Battleworld, and Nowhere, which is known as the moon, are all that make up the known universe.
The world Doom has created is extremely subjective. Almost everything is named after or related to something important in Marvel Comics. Manhattan, a previous focal point for superpowered individuals, is now its own kingdom. He built a great wall to protect his world from the Marvel zombies of the Deadlands, a place called Perfection, and New Xandar is known as the Shield.
And don't forget Ben Grimm, the Thing. He is actually a huge part of the wall. And Doom's religious police force, the Thor Corps, each carry their own Mjolnir, and so on. Let's talk about the Thor Corps for just a bit.
Okay.
In issue 2, the story opens up with a young, skinny, blonde man picking up Mjolnir and being deemed worthy. He immediately transforms into a buff-looking Thor-type guy, but something seems a little off.
Right, as the scene expands out, we see a room full of men, women, and even animals carrying and holding up what appears to be Thor's hammer, Mjolnir.
As legend has it, God Doom plucked out all of the stars in the sky to make Thor's hammers, like how Odin created Thor's hammer, but times infinity?
So for those who don't know, for example, this guy, the old bearded guy here, is Thor from Earth 14412. He's Thor in an alternate future where he lost an arm and eye and became the new Allfather.
So who are all these other Thors? Are they all a version of Thor, each from a different universe that Doom somehow saved? Or are a lot of them normal people who happen to be worthy and then they got Thor's strength on their own?
I think the answer is both. As with any major crossover event, there are a lot of tie-in titles. In this case, the tie-in book is Battleworld Thors. Jason Aaron writes a Law & Order-style procedural book teaming up tons of different Thors, and it is an excellent read.
So in Doom's world, not only does he place himself as God, but he is very sneaky and put himself at the head of one particular family.
Yes, Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four.
In Doom's world, he took Susan Storm, the Invisible Woman, as his wife. Her kids, Franklin and Valeria Richards, now call him father.
So a fully empowered Dr. Doom, who could do anything or make anything happen, chooses to put himself as the head of the Fantastic family.
Exactly. It seems he has always wanted the life that Reed Richards' Mr. Fantastic enjoyed, even in a world where Doom has infinite power. Jealous much?
Reed Richards is a man of scientific discovery and a family man before anything else. Although Doom is definitely a man of science, he is seriously lacking in the family department. In the Marvel Universe prior to Battleworld and the Secret Wars, he did have an adopted son, Kristoff, but it is difficult to imagine him being able to woo a woman and convince her to wed him.
It would totally take godly power for Doom to get someone to marry him.
Are you just saying that because he's ugly?
No, I'm saying that because he's evil. And ugly.
Oh, I see. I think it's safe to argue that maybe he isn't totally evil. I mean, he did save what he could of the multiverse.
But then he made himself God over it.
But considering how flawed a human he is, I'm saying he's doing better than most people could probably do it.
Well, what do you guys think? Is the Secret Wars Battleworld awesome or just a bit over the top for your liking? Have you been able to read Thor's, the book written by Jason Aaron? Next episode we will discuss Doom's place as a god in Secret Wars.
So please, like this video and subscribe. And as always, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Until next time, we'll just be reading more comic books.
That should probably be the end of all our videos. We're just going to read more comic books.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because that's what we do.
Pretty much, daily.
But remember, Doom is God. Or is it God Doom?
I don't know. I mean, they just call him God in like the third person, like God, 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 but they also know Doom is God.
If you stub your toe in this world, do you say, Doom?
Doom it.
Ah, doom it.